Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Today we'll be doing what if Deku was Red Hood, and uh, to be honest, my favorite character in the DC universe is Red Hood because, bro, this man has no fucks to give. He's like, hey, fuck you and fuck that. I gonna kill niggas. These niggas been walking out here for too long. They've been killing niggas. Think about it. How much graves graves in a cemetery because of them. So he's like, nah, fam, fuck that life, fuck Batman. I'm about to kill everybody. So that's why I like thing. But I also like a vampire Batman, which is one of my favorite ones, and I like Flash Batman. So I decided, you know what, for some fucks to give, I'll just combine all three of them. So we got Red Hood, Bat Flash, and then there's Vampire Bat. So let's get into this video. Now we start this video at Deku being born. He has black hair and green eyes like his mother. He got his black hair from his father and his emerald eyes from his mother. This was Hazashi Midoriya and Inko Midoriya. Hazashi was the owner of Midoriya Enterprises. And his mother was a scientist from Star Labs. Anyways. So, Deku was born into a very rich family. A very, very rich family. Like, that shit's oof. Anyways, he was born into that family, and he lived a basically normal life. Well, not normal. A normal life a billionaire child could, a gazillionaire child could like get, but a good life and all. Hold on, guys. I know some of these comments are allow me to. So he skipped to Deku just walking and just walking in his mansion, and he goes downstairs and sees his father, and he runs up to him and hugs him, and Hazashi hugs him back and says, how is my little bat? And Deku says, why do you call me that? And Hazashi says, I don't know. It just feels right. Deku shakes his shoulders and doesn't really mind it too much. And he goes downstairs and he sees his mom and he talks to his mom, and we time skip. I'll skip a few weeks after that. Deku and his mother and father went to the theaters to watch a movie. It's nothing too important, but the movie itself is not important, but they going to the movie is important. You all probably know where I'm going with this, so yeah. So Deku goes and they go into an alley, and they walk through the alley, and a man appears at the end of the alley, and points his gun to Deku's father and says, give me all your money. And Deku's father runs towards him and tries to beat him, but he shoots him 3 times. And then another person walks out and says, no hard feelings, kid. And I didn't want to do this, but I have to put food on the table somehow. And he takes out a crowbar and hits Deku in the head, then starts beating him, pummeling him over and over again and again, backward, backhand, and right hand. Deku sees his mother just there, and her eyes are moving all over the place, and she just has the blood of her of Hazashi on her face, kind of painted in a smile, and she's laughing hysterically. She lost her mind, and Deku was gonna accept his fate until something snapped. He realized his father dies because of these people, and to his synopsis, they're not doing this because they want to, it's because they have to. So Deku grabs the crowbar before it was able to hit him. He pulls away from the guy's hand, kicking him in the belly, which surprisingly sent him to the wall. Deku's body then began to vibrate and shake uncontrollably at a super fast speed, and red lightning started to appear on his body. His eyes grew a deep color of red, and his body. He then, when he began to speak, he had a vibrating tone that would shake any person, any man, and he said, "You must die." And he just disappeared. And all you can see is a trail of lightning, and you can see him behind the person that was beating him with a crowbar. The crowbar had a lot of blood, while the crowbar was not even in his hand anymore. When you looked back at the man, the crowbar was stuck inside of his head. The man then dropped to the floor, not making a sound, because he couldn't. Deku then looked at the other man, but he was already long gone. Deku just stopped vibrating and fell down to the floor, unconscious. Deku then woke up to see a bright light in his face, and he thought, "This is what heaven is, huh? I don't really care." And he got up, but he realized he was not dead. He was in a hospital. He then saw a few nurses coming up and checking up on him, and he asked them where his mother and father is, and they went silent. He asked again, but they didn't answer. He started to get mad, but overall he knew what happened, and he knew that they're not alive anymore. He knew it, but he didn't want to believe it. So Deku asked again, "What's happened to my parents?" And when he saw the girl's eyes dial away from him and look to the floor, he knew exactly what happened. He got up, not really restraining himself or in an angry way, but in emotionless, a drawn out anger way, and walked to the end of the hall of the hospital and went outside and sat on a nearby bench, just crying uncontrollably, saying that it's all his fault. He wanted them to go to the theaters today. He wanted this, and now they're all dead. But a person came and sat down next to him. He looked at the person, and he said, and this was a police, no one important. Let's call him Joe West, just for simplicity of the flash story. Joe West. I forget what that. So sorry, guys. Family members. Anyways, so thank you. And then, guys, you realize that I'm pausing a lot because remember I can't like pause on the software that I'm using. But guys, hold your horses. You realize I'm interacting more with my family now because way back then I didn't used to. Like you never used to hear any. Well, sometimes you never really heard anybody in the background. But there's a specific reason for that because now I'm in the basement. Like I'm in the basement downstairs, like in the basement, and I I just set up a whole YouTube room about it. So I'm here, and they are suspiciously like, okay, like why all of a sudden you decide to go to the basement? And I cleaned out the basement for like, it took me a long time, but like I cleaned it out, and I was like, I bet I'm gonna just put up a YouTube studio here, and I did so. I bought a few monitors, a keyboard, and blah blah blah. Although I don't fucking use them because for recording, I just bought them because I wanted down here to look like a YouTube studio. So they're like, okay, why are you always down there? They come down and be like, hey, like, yo, you good? And I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm good, I'm good. I just down here, okay? So leave me alone. So that's why that's why I'm pausing a lot, and that's why I am. You can hear people in the background talking. So yeah, so that would be it though. So that would be it. So Deku Deku didn't know something that his parents did. His mom got him with two girls. One name was Nejire Hado, and the other name was Mei Tatsumi. And his father got him together with Momoya Rozu and Shoto Todoroki. Now Shoto is a girl in this one, so none of you sussery. No sussery. Not that being gay is sus, but like it's not for this platform, so I can't. Even if I wanted to, which I don't, because I think the way I put this is wrong. So I'm just gonna not say anything about it. But like any way I put this will not be received in a good way. So to let me breathe, I'm gonna say, well, I don't indulge in that stuff, but other people will indulge. But I won't indulge like that. So I've seen a couple of like what is where where they made Naruto was yeah, gay. So 18 only. Something I would never do because I couldn't naturally, because first sometimes I have a problem talking about women, like not in real life but like women to people, because you see I don't know how much of you know me, because I met one of my fans before, and it was in a convention that I was at, and I met one of you just by the sound of my voice. Y'all picked me up, and I was like, okay, that's weird, but I'm gonna let that one slide because I'm like that, because I don't really keep things on my mind. But I did meet one of you before, so then I have to recall the people that know my channel that I know personally. So it's pretty hard to talk about it when you know some people is on your ass. So I tend to decide. So no family members knowing, and then there's no members of my college. No, yeah, that's something that I would refrain from indulging in. So I don't. I keep this YouTube life a secret life, a life that I could just deal my stuff in. But if I reach 3,000 stars, 3,000 subscribers, I might just hear me out. I might do a face reveal. Depends on how I feel about it. It depends on how I honestly care. I'll do a face reveal just for the fact of it, a face reveal and a Q&A. So, guys, if you give me the 3,000, I'll do a face reveal and a Q&A. Although I was supposed to do this on like 1,000, 1,000. I don't really mind because like I don't really care about how people look at me. I'm black. I'm a black person. I'm not intentionally American. I'm not African American. I'm actually a Dominican instead. I don't know if y'all got know what country that it is, but I'm a Dominican, not a African American. But I did grow up in America, so you could call me as one. I do have American citizenship, but that doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that I don't really care about like all that shit. So let's get back into the story. Deku doesn't know about it, but he doesn't know how to Nedra. He doesn't know Nedra, right? He doesn't know May. He doesn't know. He doesn't know Hachime, and then he knows Todoroki, and he knows Momo. Now Todoroki. I'm gonna call her Caitlyn sometimes. So her name is Caitlyn Todoroki, but because I'm making Todoroki gender bend, I decided I'm not gonna gender bend her. Although this is not in the script, I'm not gonna gender bend her. I'm gonna make her the sister of Shoto. So her name is Caitlyn Todoroki, and then there's Shoto Todoroki. So they're twins. So she has fire and ice also. But Endeavor sees her because he's a sexist. He's like, okay, she's a girl, so she's weaker. She's automatically weaker than all my other creations. So no, I can marry you off without you in a second thought. So he did so with Deku's parents. And Momo, well, you can go off from there. Same thing that happened to her, but she's not. Her parents are not sexist. She just money. So money makes this world go around, no matter how you put it. There's no way on denying it. The world, money makes the world go around. So Deku knows something about this house, and he goes to his room and to send a bookshelf, and he tugs a book, and the door cracks open with a cloud of dust spewing out of it. Deku goes into this goes into this room and goes down some stairs. You can see feces, which is just animal feces. More massively, bats feces. And rat feces, because he keep going down some curvily carved out stairs. And then he goes down and he sees a computer, but the screen is broken. It has a hole in it. He sees a chair, but the chair is also broken and has a chair in it. Then he looks at some cases. One had a Batman outfit, but it was burned, so half of it was gone. And the Robin outfit only had the tights, and that was it. But then there was a Nightwing outfit, which had Nightwing's batons and half of his suit out. But there was also a Red Hood outfit and a Flash outfit for some reason, a Flash bat outfit. Now, if you don't know what actually happened in Joker, the Batman who laughs, well, Joker went to a multitude of universes where there was an evil Batman, and there was one such one which was Batman. It was Flashbat. He was the combining conscience of Batman and Flash. But this Batman was kind of evil, so yeah. So, him. So that's why there's a Bat Flash suit. Deku decided, I'm gonna find this person who killed my parents, or who ordered these people to kill my parents. I'm gonna find the person who shot my parents and probably kill him. But I'm not gonna kill. I don't want to kill, but I kill him and the person who hired him. So Deku starts piecing together a suit. He finds Red Hood's outfit, but the brown jacket isn't there. But he finds a different type of Red Hood jacket. Is the jacket that you see him have on the screen right now. The jacket with the katana and the crowbar. That jacket, yeah, he wears that jacket. He sees Red Hood's hood, but it's kind of broken. He just takes it up because he thinks it looks cool. He takes it up. He puts it on the table. He then goes and sees the Black Flash outfit. He says, this is mostly for my power. It looks like it's heat resistant and a lot of other stuff. So Deku takes that out and places it on the table. And he decides, I'm gonna have to clean this place. I read time skip. Deku has fixed the back computer, also with Butter Eye. And so remember, Deku is the combined son of basically the head of the Star Labs. So he has multiple resources. The heir to Midoriya Enterprises, which is another fucking bonus for him, and he has the strength, and he has this and he has the speed of Flash. He can get the Bat Computer Brother Eye that actually can now process at his speed. So Brother Eye is really fucking fast, and he's built in Brother's Eye into his Red Hood helmet at this point, and get his suit properly. So now Red Hood sports the same undergarments that the normal Red Hood that you can see where Red Hood is holding the broken mask. That one, where you wearing that same undergarment. But now he has the Bat Flashes pants, but it's kind of different. It's just black and that's it. But the his shoes are red. So the thing of Flash's boots, but red, which they always are. But like I mean the CW Flash boots red. So think of his pants, but black, but only the boots are red. And he put the Nightwing's two electric batons on the back, so he has like the katanas are sticking out. So it looked like katanas, but just two batons. And he realized something another about his kind of quirk that he thinks, well, it is a quirk, and find out something new about his quirk. He can secrete a kind of black liquid from his teeth. The more blood he ingested, the more he can make of it. So he gathered all the bats and rats that were in the bat cave, and he killed them all, drained them all their blood, and put it in a canister, and put a lot of other formulas in it. And then eventually he turned it into a sauce that he could just marinate on his food, and he could sustain off of that. And he can make a lot of other stuff. So he did make a plethora of. So he does have a sauce that he can put on his food, and it just tastes like normal sauce, but it's actually black bat and rat blood. So yeah, and he can make a continuous source even without bat blood or rat blood. He just duplicates it to the point where he doesn't need any of those ingredients. He can just make it. So yeah, so Deku has now training to learn multiple techniques, and he's also put the flash symbol on the suit. So yeah, so he's learning how to use his powers and all of this. So until a very fateful day. And the one marriage that Deku doesn't know about is one marriage that he knows he has, which would be Melissa Snow. Not Melissa Snow, Melissa Shield.
Are you fine?
Sorry again. Basement, remember. Anyways, so Deku just went upstairs, and remember, he doesn't know that him and Melissa is engaged. But he did know, father did tell him that there was other people, but he doesn't know them. Actually does know them, but he doesn't know that they're engaged yet. Oh, and by the way, My Hero Academy, or the UA, is actually a college. So Deku, when he will get in there, he'll be about 19 to 21. I mean, to 19 to 20. So yeah, it's going there. So yeah, and he goes up to the mansion door, and he opens it, and he sees Caitlyn, or Todoroki's sister, Caitlyn, that just basically looks like a female Todoroki, and Nejire and Momo, and he says hi to them and asks them, it's been a long time, I haven't seen you in a long time. But they can see the bags under Deku's eyes, so that means he hasn't been sleeping for a while. And they just run up to him and hug him and says they're so sorry about what happened to his parents. At this point, Deku is about 13. Let's say 13. but he has been going out crime fighting actually. So he already got his suit down, and he's pretty good about it. So he invites them in. They tell him, so this is gonna be our house from now on. And they could look at them and said, what? And then he says, then they say, yeah, they didn't tell you, we're engaged. And Dick looks at them and say, we're what? The only engagement that I remember my father telling me about is Melissa Snow. I mean, Melissa Shield. Damn it. And they say, yeah, but that's the cold hard fact. So they go in and they get settled, but Deku keeps going down there, and he knows that he should be paying attention to them, but he feels like this is better for him. And this is where I'm gonna end this video, guys. So tell me how you liked it, and I'll post the new series that are coming out now. I'm rebooting myself, okay? I'm elevating myself. So now I have to get into like the hidden territories that I was afraid to go in before. But now I realized the worth of it. I have to thrive through all my pain and discrepancies. I need to forge a new path for myself. So by forging a new path, I become one with my inner peace. I don't know, who am I kidding? I'm gonna be the same fucking person for the whole rest of the whole time. So, but I'm just gonna have a different mood set about stuff. So, this is gonna be the end of this video, and I'm probably gonna make more of my videos short because they're fucking long most of the time. So I have mostly hour or 50 minute whatever. So, yeah. So like, yeah, it's been a long ride. So let's see. See you guys.